So I got into a conversation with our kids the other day about the fate of our sun, as you would. I told them that the sun will probably eventually fade into a brown dwarf, and our solar system will become a cold, dark place. That worried them a little bit. I said it's not a big deal, because long before then our sun will swell into a red giant, probably in about 5, 6, 7 billion years, and swallow up our Earth. Well, that didn't help things either. They got a little bit worried about what we as humans would do to escape that. Can we go to the other side of the Earth? They asked me, to protect ourselves. I said, that doesn't work, the Earth spins. I said, do you think the only thing that might be a possibility here is that we all jump onto a giant spaceship and travel outside of our solar system to possibly some other remote solar system? It got me thinking, though, how big would a spaceship have to be to hold everybody on our planet? I thought that shouldn't be too hard to figure out. Right now we have about 7 billion people on our planet. They're thinking that our population will probably stabilize around 10 billion people. There's higher, lower estimates, but let's say 10 billion people, a nice even number. We've got nothing that can hold 10 billion people. Biggest thing we have are cruise ships, and the largest in the world right now is the Royal Caribbean's Allure of the Seas. It holds about 2,400 crew and about 5,400 passengers. Altogether, it's 7,784 people on board one of these cruise ships. It's a lot of people. But if you take 10 billion people, divide it by that number, you're going to need 1.28 million cruise ships to hold that many people. The great thing about building a spaceship in outer space is you don't have to worry about gravity, and you can kind of build things in 3 dimensions. So let's say we can take cruise ships this size and stack them together like Lego blocks. The Allure of the Seas is 362 meters long, 65 meters wide, and 81.3 meters from the very top to the very bottom of its keel. You multiply those numbers together and you're going to get a Lego block that's actually a little bit larger than the cruise ship itself, since the cruise ship kind of curves in from those widest bits. But that'll work because we're going to need some extra space for growing food and stuff like that. So the total volume of the spacefaring cruise ship is going to be about 1.91 million cubic meters. We're going to need 1.28 million of these. Multiply it together, you're going to get a huge number. It is, get this, 2.46 trillion cubic meters. And that works out to 86.7 trillion cubic feet. It's huge. That's how much space we need to hold 10 billion people. Now, how big is that? Now, this is pretty easy to work out. If you're going to have a cubic spaceship, you don't have to worry about aerodynamics in space. Cubes will be just fine. All we have to do is take the cube root of that number to get the length down one side of that cube. It works out to 13,494 meters. Or 13.5 kilometers. That's, what, 8.4 miles across? That's like the distance from here to the Y where I work out. It's not that big. It's about the size of a small city if you could stack that small city up vertically as well. And that can hold 10 billion people. Makes you think we should be able to survive on our existing planet a little better than we do if, we don't poison it. Oh, now, for those of you who might be interested in aesthetics, if you wanted to go with a spherical Death Star kind of look, it would have to be a little bit bigger because you're shaving off the corners, and that would work out to about 17 kilometers across, or 10.5 miles. Let's do it.